137 million?
Yes, and if I don't pay up, I'll go to jail for tax evasion. I'm crazy enough to take on Batman, but the IRS, no, thank you.
Hello, and welcome to James, the Lesser Express Sign, where we get you in and out as fast as possible with... Guys, Phil never has money because he's the only YouTuber who pays his bills and files his taxes properly, guys. Really. You're the only one in history of the internet to do that properly, huh? Now, mind you, he's had an accountant, tax attorney, whatever bullshit moniker he gives the guy for years. Now, it makes sense to have one of those because if you don't, you put the numbers on line 8 when they're supposed to go on line 5, so when the government says you owe them 14 grand, then in the end they owe you 300, but due to late fees and penalties, you owe them $218. No, that happens. But does he really think he's the only one in the history of the internet to be like, hey, this seems a little complicated. I should probably pay someone who knows what the fuck they're doing to figure this out for me. Anyways, let's watch.
With how little do I drive my car, do I have car insurance? Absolutely. Yeah, I have car insurance for both me and my wife. We pay it every month. So, I mean, everything is kosher, but that's why life is so expensive. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when...
Thing is, mine comes out every 6 months. I don't know why you would... Does he get a discount for paying it every month instead of 6 months? Who knows?
There's people out there who are like, oh, I don't...
Oh, also, he paid his car off in July, so he should have called them and said, hey, I don't need full coverage anymore. Can I go to partial coverage and save myself some money? But he won't, because that requires a phone call.
Get how it is that, you know, when your YouTube payment comes in every month, you say it goes right out the door. Yeah, you have no idea how expensive, you know, health insurance, car insurance, homeowner's insurance, the mortgage, the...
Car insurance should not be that expensive, especially if it's partial coverage only, which is all he needs. Health insurance might be expensive if you don't have a job that provides it, which, you know, millions of people do.
Car payment, this, that. Literally, the money comes in and goes right back out. That's because I'm doing everything right, and that's why these things have always been so...
Is that why he had to declare bankruptcy? Is that why he had all those back taxes to pay because you did everything correct?
So tight. It's I'm not cutting corners. I'm not trying to you know, to mess around at all.
Also, I don't know what my business expenses are. I give everything to my tax accountant attorney guy, and he figures it out for me. Except they can only take the numbers you give them.
And that's why I probably, like I said, how many... I'm very curious if a study was done to find out how many YouTubers and streamers have actually done their income classifications correctly over the last decade. Because there's so many people who I guarantee said, oh, it's a tip, it's categorized differently. And according to, you know, my tax authority, that's wrong. You can't do it that way. You know, how many people said...
Except you've called them tips for years.
Oh, it's a donation, so I don't have to pay, yada, yada. And it's bullshit. You should have been doing it all along. You know.
How many years were you doing that? That's the question. This all sounds like he was doing it and then got told, hey, you can't do that.
I'm very curious about that.
Also, as shown here, started to notice the trend of offsetting the discussion onto others with some random other point before talk gets too deep about the actual numbers yet. Exactly. He's declared bankruptcy. He's had to pay back taxes for years. And every year, he has to add on to that plan. There was no, alright guys, my back taxes are paid off. Yay, I'm all cut up. It's always, guys, now I didn't pay any taxes this year. I don't have the money to pay my taxes this year. I'll just add it to the next year's back taxes plan. He's been doing that for like, what, 3-4 years now? And some people were like, hey, wouldn't the IRS eventually get annoyed by that? They get the money, they don't care. As long as they get paid, they get paid. It takes you 5 years to pay off 2020's taxes. It takes you 5 years. And then you add on to that for 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. As long as they're getting paid, they don't care. I just love this. I'm the only one doing it properly. Is that why you have no idea what your business expenses are? Is that why you had to declare bankruptcy? Is that why you had to pay all these back taxes? That's what I thought. I thought I'm let you go. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.